What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another Ducks in Download figure unboxing and review. In this video, we will be going over Clone Wars era Ahsoka Tano Padawan. I was super excited when they announced this, and not only did they announce it, they then immediately turned around and put pre-orders up, and this thing shipped out within like maybe 2 to 3 months. So this was a crazy payment to in-hand time frame. What an absolutely great figure too, from everything I've seen online. So let's go ahead and start cracking into this, guys. I am super excited to see how this goes. I've only seen good things about this figure so far. Definitely one of the littlest mummies we've ever had in the plasticless packaging. Here we have the two lightsabers that Ahsoka begins to use especially heavily in her Padawan days to learn how to dual wield the very unique style that she fights with. Let's see, it's a little, they come out, yep, alright, so it's a long cylinder peg that goes into the hilt kind of system. Those are nice for securing because it goes down into the blade pretty well, but I'd say the major issue there is, of course, the fact that it will get a bit of a bend to it sometimes, but it's not hard to work out. Looking at the blades themselves, I really like this light green. It almost has that yellowish vibe that it gets in the Clone Wars series, but I wouldn't really call it a yellow green. It's much more of just kind of like a bright green. The hilts look absolutely phenomenal. Let's get a better shot of these hilts. They look really well. Both unique and yet exactly identifiable to Ahsoka sabers. We have the smaller saber here and the larger hilt here. Offhand and main hand. These are really awesome and very big difference in size on these two. I don't know if that's exactly how different they are in the show, but this is definitely more of your average saber, and then this was probably a specially made saber just for this figure. Wow, that is an awesome looking figure. That is so good. I really already am just super impressed with the sculpting on all of the clothing. The head looks absolutely brilliant. There's the small jewelry bead back there that shows off the Padawan braid, as of course Togruta don't grow hair, so they don't have a normal Padawan braid. Hairless Jedi species would normally have a set of shells or beads or things that remind them of their journeys that will go through the back of their head area to hang off wherever it would. Alrighty, and here we have the Ahsoka figure. Let's get a good look at the face. You can really see they captured the youth in the face really well, I think. Like, they really gave her a young look without making her look childish. So, as much as I know they try to go for a realistic vibe on the Black Series and all these others, it is nice to see that kind of more Clone Wars childish vibe. Good articulation in the hips, double swivel. Not super high articulation here, but nothing crazy. Normal elbow joint. Let's see, the head is... can't really see underneath the Liku here. Alright, the neck and head are on dual joints, but the neck is very stiff and doesn't really seem to move aside from just like where it connects to the head. Connection right here at the knee, which again works really well for this style of boots. With these boots here, it has the ability to bend and it just looks natural to the leg, the tights that would be up here. We have swivel at knee and swivel at the hip. That's really nice. Feet, see any rockers? Nope, but they are on a normal swivel hip. Very tiny feet, sadly, as per usual with females. Oh, these are actually... So it's only a very small kind of cusp you can see back here. This part covers it and then it goes forward, so that could be an issue. Not a lot of support in the ankle there, it looks like. Alright, first quick little trial stand up. Having some trouble with those feet. They really want to push forward and make the figure fall over. Definitely a good figure, but I can see where they're going to have to really work on such dainty or small figures because the feet and ankles are just not that great. Again, suffering from what a lot of female figures suffer from, and just not having a wide enough foot to really stand properly. I know women and men's feet are very different, but I think in the action figure world we can kind of scale them up a touch if it's going to make them easier to stand. They fit into the hand really easily. The other hand, it seems almost to be a little on the bigger side, but it does fit her saber. Like if you kind of move it to where, as you can see here, I have the buttons for the saber kind of in between her fingers. That'll help lock everything in there. I am so happy, guys. Look at this pose I finally got her into. It was very difficult at first because, again, these super thin legs and very tiny ankles do not help in posability and the ability to stand. But if you do a little bit of work, kind of jiggle around, get the rest of the body to have a bit more central mass, it does work. And what an amazing figure it is. It is suffering from the same problem a lot of female figures suffer from. I was really hoping that would get fixed with the recent Bastila Shan and how amazing of a figure she was, but I can see they're right back to their old ways. Nothing bad. I wouldn't say I would be complaining. It's just we need to get a little bit beefier legs and ankles for these female figures. The sabers look great. The sculpting on the clothing looks amazing. The sash on the belt looks stellar. The head sculpt is brilliant. That nice stern look, but still remaining a little childlike in its brow and cheek line. Just such an amazing job. The colors pop right where they need to, nice and subtle everywhere else. The orange skin doesn't seem to look sickly or anything. Very, very amazing figure. Everywhere that I am impressed with the sculpting and just the all-around look and feel of this figure, I am then again just ever so slightly let down by the super weak and weird choice of ankles and legs. Again, it's the only down part of this figure. The rest of it is so amazing. It's still an easy must buy, must add to collection kind of figure. Guys, thank you all so much for stopping by. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, if there will ever be a fix for female figures' ankles and legs and their ability to stand, or shall I say, lack thereof. Again, down in the comments, make sure to tell me what you guys want to see in the future of female Star Wars figures. Make sure to like and share the video too, so I know to keep making the same kind of awesome content for you all. But now, before we get too far, let's get a shelf shot. Alright everyone, and here we go with the new reorganized clone shelf. Do a quick sweep. And there we are, Clone Wars Padawan Ahsoka Tano with Anakin, her master, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Have an amazing rest of your day, and as always, may the Force serve you well.